What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be looking at 5 things that we learnt from the away victory against Sheffield United for Manchester City. But first, before we crack on with this video, we have a sponsor at last. My sponsorship is with OneFootball. This video is brought to you by OneFootball. If you want to download the OneFootball app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of my description, which will take you forward to where you can download this app. The OneFootball app is extremely useful if you are a huge football fan just like me. It provides you with the latest footballing news, transfer news, and the latest videos as well. It is one source of information of where I get my transfer news from. It also allows you to see the latest scores with what's happening in the footballing world. If you just click on a game, including any Manchester City game, it will not only bring up the latest team news, but it will also bring up the latest statistics and keep you up to date with everything happening in that game. If you want to download this app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of the description to stay up to date. Make sure that you do check out OneFootball, link to that in the description below. Also, before we crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content and you want to help to support my channel, then subscribe. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on the big push towards 14,000 subscribers. So any help towards that will be much appreciated. Don't forget also social media links in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screeny front to follow me on my social media. And don't forget also email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoy this video and let me know your thoughts of this victory at Bramall Lane in the comments below. And so, the 5 things that we have learnt. Let's crack on with this video. The first thing that we learnt from this match is the importance of grinding in the Premier League. The importance was there in that victory against Arsenal. We didn't follow that up with a victory in the away game against West Ham. And then in the game yesterday, City have managed to grind their way into an important victory once more. And to me, grinding out wins when you're not playing to the best of your ability is a really important attribute that you do need in the Premier League. The season's long, 38 games. You need to be able to grind out results. We know that Liverpool are very good at doing that, and so it's important that Manchester City can match Liverpool in doing that as well. And actually, in my opinion anyway, we are grinding a lot more this season than what we are last season. Fighting for every ball, fighting for every point that we can get hold of. I feel like the only problem that we've got is offensively and scoring goals, because defensively we look a lot more assured. We're grinding a lot more, we're working harder, we're trying to pick up as many points and as results as possible. Yeah, like I said, just need to be finding our gears with the goal scoring once that comes to our game. I think we could be in for a very good season, but let's not get carried away. We picked up a good win. We do need consistency, and we do need to take this into our next game against Liverpool, where I can guarantee you right now, grinding is going to be very important in that game too when you're going up against a class side like Liverpool with Jurgen Klopp. Now, the second thing that we did learn from this game is how good Kyle Walker is. He is a fantastic, phenomenal player. In my opinion, he's one of the best right-backs in the Premier League. I can argue a case that Kyle Walker is one of the best defenders in the Premier League. He has, for the last 18 months or so, been incredibly consistent with Manchester City. He has been fantastic. He has been one of the standout players not only of last season, but taking that form into this season as well. And considering he was getting criticised just a few months back in lockdown, how well he's responded to that has just been absolutely superb from Kyle Walker. And he's just a credit to himself. He's a credit to the club. He is a wonderful football player, and I'm looking forward to this season and Kyle Walker showing us just exactly what he is capable of. Even at this early stage, I could say that Kyle Walker is going to be right up there as being one of Manchester City's best players for this season. If he can stay injury free, then I'm really excited for what the future does hold for Kyle Walker, and I'm hoping that he can get himself back into the England reckoning, because he deserves it. He really, really does. Now, the third thing that we did learn from this game is Manchester City do actually have defensive ability. We look much more solid at the back. Ruben Dias has been a brilliant signing at this moment in time for Manchester City. It may only be early into his career, but he has been fantastic for City. He's a leader on the pitch. I'm not too sure what his influence is in the dressing room, but for how organised we look at the back, I'm presuming he's having a presence amongst the whole team, both on and off the field. I'm confident that he can perform right at the very top standard for Manchester City, and I am confident that he can form a fantastic partnership, not only with Aymeric Laporte, but he can also form a fantastic partnership with Nathan Ake, who will be a rotated option for Aymeric Laporte, and I'm confident that Ruben Dias will be playing a lot of games alongside Kyle Walker, considering Ruben Dias is going to be used as that right-sided centre-back, and if City want to play a free at the back and Walker's going to slot in at the right side of centre-back, then Ruben Dias will be playing in the centre, and so him getting familiar with Laporte, Ake, and also Kyle Walker is a very good thing. And to me, that is why Manchester City look more solid. I've seen opposition fans speaking about how City still look quite weak at the back. And bar the Leicester game, I'm struggling to think of examples of where City actually have looked pretty frail at the back. They look confident, they look organised, they look comfortable, and they look like they know what they're doing. And in my opinion, with Cancelo going at left back, I am happy with Manchester City's defence at this moment in time. I think that moves us nicely onto the fourth thing that we did learn from this game, is that still Manchester City aren't firing on all cylinders. We don't look great offensively. Now, I am hoping that once Sergio Aguero and Gabriel Jesus do come back for Manchester City, and that is expected within the next 2 or 3 weeks, that we will have both players back, that will sort out this problem. We'll have goal scorers in our team to play in that striker position, the most advanced forward for Manchester City, to go and get us goals. Ferran Torres did great against Marseille. However, he wasn't as clinical going into this game, and he had a couple of good opportunities to score goals. He was making good runs, and I thought that Ferran Torres in the first half put in a very good shift and was quite unlucky not to score. But second half, up front for Manchester City, it didn't quite click. I don't know whether that's because we didn't have a striker or not. I'm going to put that down to, that's my opinion. I think that was the problem for Manchester City. But Sheffield United looked more determined to try and make things happen in that second half. And so having a clinical striker, Sergio Aguero firing on all cylinders, would have been absolutely fantastic for that second half, when Manchester City do create them 1 or 2 good opportunities to kill off the game. And that's something that we didn't do yesterday, and that was kill off the game. Right up until the 93rd minute, into that 3rd minute of added time, Sheffield United were always still in that game at 1-0. And whilst I'm happy that we've kept a clean sheet, we're always looking for City to get that killer second goal, that 3rd goal, that 4th goal, and looking for City to really get things going. That's what Pep's looking for. That's what we're all looking for. And it's, again, in my opinion, still isn't there. Ferran Torres playing up front, Raheem Sterling playing up front. We could put Ilkay Gundogan, Kevin De Bruyne, Phil Foden, Riyad Mahrez. We could put any of them up front. In my opinion, though, a good old striker is what we are lacking at this moment in time, with the lack of goals. Now, on to our final point, the 5th thing that we have learnt from this fantastic 1-0 away victory against Sheffield United at Bramall Lane, is that I don't think we are too far off where we need to be. And it sounds crazy with Manchester City flirting in and around the top half and mid-table at this moment in time. I look at the performance and how Man City are playing. I look at how we're performing game after game, including the Champions League, and for the last month or so, ever since that match actually against Leicester City, I just don't think we are too far off where we need to be. We even put in a quality performance against Wolves. We didn't have the we weren't clinical enough against Leeds for us to pick up the win, but barring a couple of knocks here and there, I just don't think that City are too far off where they need to be. I can guarantee you right now, lots of Premier League teams are going to drop lots of points this season. The points tally will not be the upper 90s towards 100 points like it has been for the last few seasons. That just won't happen. That can't happen due to the amount of injuries, and we're squeezing a season into a short space of time. No fans in the stadium, there's no added on pressure, there's no spur me on 12th man there. In my opinion, that points tally is going to come down, and I can see that if there is any consistency from any side, then the Premier League title is there to be won. And I am starting now to see that Manchester City are being consistent. What the consistencies I'm seeing is that we're grinding a lot harder, we're working hard to keep clean sheets and not to concede silly free kicks and silly corners and making our lives easy for ourselves, and we're also starting to put some chances away. I feel like we've been better in the Champions League at putting our chances away than what we have been in the Premier League. But I'm hoping, like I said, with Aguero and Jesus coming back, if we can keep them injury-free and get them firing on all cylinders, I think we could really turn this season around and start pushing ourselves up the league table. First and foremost, I'm looking for a Champions League place for next season, so I'm obviously looking towards the top 4. And with that, you do need consistencies. And like I said, I've got the writing on the wall there. There's lots of fans that have differing opinions. I'm seeing the writing on the wall there that City are in for a hard-fought, difficult season. It's going to need lots of grinding, lots of rotation, and lots of consistencies that need to be there for City. And City are showing the signs that they are there. We're not where we need to be just yet. I'm not going to get carried away, but I'm just going to throw this one out there. If we do win in our game, in the next Premier League game against Liverpool, all of a sudden, we're putting ourselves into a good position with our game in hand of being able to push ourselves towards and up towards the Premier League title. I know that Liverpool's going to finish in the top 4 by the end of the season. I know that Liverpool's more than likely going to be in 1st or 2nd place, so that's where we need to be. Huge game coming up against Liverpool. I'm confident that if we carry on with our defensive performances, and we could get a Jesus or an Aguero back in there, and we do show our clinical touch, and emoted Raheem Sterling wants to go and put the ball in the back of the net again once more against Liverpool, and with Liverpool having a few injuries, Virgil van Dijk missing, Fabinho could well be missing, that Liverpool can be got at. And I think over the last few games, even though Liverpool's been grinding and picking up them 3 points, I do think Liverpool can be got at. I'm excited for that game. However, I do feel like if City do want to win that Premier League title, come May, we must beat Liverpool next weekend. I'm looking forward to that game. We, of course, will have a live watch-along of that game, but first, attention turns towards Tuesday night and our Champions League game against Olympiacos, winning the Etihad Stadium against them, and all of a sudden City are in a great rosy position for the Champions League, yeah, we can start kicking on from there, and of course we'll have a watch along for that as well. So I want to know your thoughts in the comments below. What have you learnt from this game against Sheffield United? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget, this video has been sponsored by OneFootball. You can go and download that app. The link to that is right at the top of that description. Just press that link in the description. It'll take you forward to go and download that app, to go and check out all the cool features that they've got over there. So please go and download that if you want to help to support the future content that is being created by me on this channel. Don't forget also, leave a thumbs up if you did enjoy this video, and also subscribe, aiming for 14,000 subscribers, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. We're less than 200 subscribers away, so why not subscribe? It is free, and also social media links in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries, and I will be back again on Tuesday for the live watch along. We'll have the link out to that tomorrow for everyone to set their reminder ready for that match against Olympiacos. 3 points, clean sheet, decent performance from Manchester City. Kyle Walker vastly becoming one of the most underrated Premier League defenders of the season. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.